Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steve Evie here, and I'm at you with a profile on a deck that I've actually been really excited as to uh, completing, and took me a little bit of time, but I got everything together, and this is tentatively the build right now because I actually saw what was it? The guy at ARG, I think Connecticut it was. He top 16 with trains, so this is kind of somewhat of an inspiration with him as to some of the cards. I don't have everything as far as a trap lineup fully yet, but here we go. So we're gonna start off with a total of 2 of Exodia, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. So when he comes out, in some cases when you're playing against Ultra guys, it actually allows you to play because they'll have Secret Village of Spellcasters on it. So he gets you that that ability to play your Revolving Switchyard or your other spell card, which we'll be explaining in a little bit. So next we have a total of 2 Squamatas. It's a Foolish Burial for Shaddolls. 1 of Hedgehog. When it gets flipped, you get to add a spell or trap Shaddol from your deck to your hand. Or if it goes to the graveyard, you get to add 1 Shaddol from your deck to your hand. 1 of Beast. My bad, there's actually a total of 3 of Squamatas. So 3 Squamatas. And then onto the train cards. 3 of our friend Ruffian Railcar. He is the Dark Soul or the Searcher when he goes to the graveyard by any means necessary. 3 of our new guy, if I can get him, because he wants to be a pain. 3 of Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede. You get to summon him for free, and he also gets, I believe, a free train monster in graveyard. I think it's either one Earth machine, so you can target pretty much anything, and it changes the levels. So it's actually one of the big thing that trains actually definitely got to help with boost. 3 of one of our new guys, which is Super Express Bullet Train. I believe he gets the other guy is, I believe, a Searcher, if I remember correctly. This guy, you just get to drop him for free. But he can't do anything other than, just be used for a material. If he attacks, you have to send 2 cards from your field to the graveyard. Other than that, you can target one. Yeah, it recruits stuff from the graveyard. And he's like a level 10, so basically just going with the theme. And 3 of our original guy, Night Express Knight. Just a free 3,000 beat stick. If skill drain's on the board. Other than that, he just lets you bring this guy out, which is Heavy Freight Train Dairy Crane, which when you normal summon a train monster or special summon a train monster, or when you special summon a level 10 Earth monster, you drop him from your hand, and when he's detached as material for a card effect, you get to destroy a card in the field, so he's really good. And then for the traps, because we're going to start traps first, 1 skill drain, really good in this deck. We run 2 Sinister Shadow Games, just to dump your Shaddol cards in some cases you might need. We have 2 of Limited Removal to OTK your opponent, if you can. Most of the time you will. We run 1 of Shaddol Fusion. We could run more of it if we actually could. We don't know if our buddy Construct's coming back, so we'll see about that. 2 of Terraforming to search out your card, which is Revolving Switchyard. This card's broken because when you summon I believe it's a level 10 Earth Machine type monster, you get to get either Ruffian Railcar or the Railroad Stampede for free, and it becomes a level 10. And I believe Railroad Stampede can also activate it off on resolution to this, so you can get a free train monster, I think, from your graveyard or your hand. So that's stupid, but really good. 3 of Shaddol Fusion. The guy was citing this card, but honestly, I'm just going to main it. See how that whole situation goes to that point. I do have to main a lot of Floodgates. I wanted to say what else was there. There was like a ton of Floodgates he ran. But this card seems fun just because, they have a monster on their side of the field that's an extra deck related thing, and you just play this and you get to send stuff from the deck to the graveyard. And 3 of our newest spell card, Urgent Schedule. I believe it gets you a free train monster from your deck and does some other stuff. I actually haven't played this deck fully yet, so I actually don't know a lot about it quite yet, but I will be playing it soon. And actually, my bad, I was missing 1 card to the trap lineup, which goes in match for the last one. of the trap monsters, or the trap cards. Again, there will be more floodgates to this deck as time goes on. And then we go into our friends, the extra deck monsters. We'll start with our big man, Dora the Explorer. You can detach material from this card and basically make this card unaffected by everything. Obviously, it's Kaijubo, which sucks. But other than that, you know, just having him on the field and basically being able to detach for Derek Crane, targeting himself, and then being able to pop a card and just having him sit there is pretty good. Plus, he can go into a bigger guy, which we'll see in a little bit. One of Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. I only run one because I think one's probably okay. One Sky Palace, really good card. The Link Monsters, we have Mrs. Radiant. We have some more, too. I'm just going through this as I can. One El Shaddai Winda. If you put that on the board, it's very hard for your opponent to play because in these days, Link monsters have to go through a certain amount of plays to actually, you know, be successful. So if you can stop them from the get-go, he's a really good card. One of Cleaforth Genius. It requires 2 machine monsters, so that's basically your Link monster that points in the 2 corner zones. And as far as it also goes, it I forget. It also gives them something else, and it makes the Link summoned or this Link summoned card unaffected by spells and traps. And you can target one card in the player's field. Say for this, both those have their effects negated. Basically, and when 2 monsters are special summoned at the same time, you can add 1 level 5 or higher machine monster from your deck to your hand, which is good if this actually goes off, but it most likely will not. We run 3 of Shekanaga. This is one of the optional cards for trains because you have your Earth level 10 machine monster, and if you have a Shaddoll card in hand, you can negate a monster effect that was special summoned. So it's really good. Plus, when he goes to the graveyard, you can get the free Shaddoll. You can get a free Shaddoll spell or trap card. And onto the Spider package. I only run 2 of them, actually. I'm probably going to have to fill that slot for the 3rd one. Number 84 and number 77. He's just broken. And this one, I think it gains the difference in life points as far as defense. So he becomes at least 22. You can pretty much nuke their field. It's pretty good. And on to our last and not least, last but not least guy. 2 of Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Juggernaut Lieb. He's basically like an OTK card alone, and all your trade monsters, all your big guys like Dora and Gustav Max, and in some cases of the other rank 10s, you can basically overlay that into make this guy, and he just powers himself up. I think by another 3 to is it 3,000? He gives himself an additional 2,000, and he can make it so that your opponent pretty much can die with this card. And then if you jack him up with like a limiter removal, that's basically game. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this stupid long profile. This is Trains, and hopefully we'll be doing another profile. The next one I'm gonna say is probably gonna be Infernoids, because I'm gonna play that the YCS more than likely. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later, and this is Stevie Evie. I'll see you later.